Welcome to GREEDWATCH2018. My name's Coriander Dickinson. I have with me Josh A. Kagan.
Hey.
And Adam Wasserman.
Ooh.
This is a Kamen Rider O's recap podcast. We are on episode 23, Beauty Eggs and Dormant Desire.
Yeah, Beauty, Egg, Dormant Desire.
That's the name. That's the name of the episode, all right. And we start off with a new little podcast called Metal Talk. It's just Kazari and Maki on doing a little Skype sesh, just kicking back, talking about their dreams and wishes and aspirations as they pertain to metals.
Welcome to Metal Talk. I'm Linda, whatever her name was. Oh, these metals are like butter.
Oh no! Oh, ouch!
That's right, 90s SNL references.
Oh,
Wow. Okay,
I hear you do a killer goat boy.
You want some Opera Man?
No. Oh no, I don't.
Cajun Man? Any Adam Sandler based man of some?
Oh.
Quiet.
Oh.
How about quiet, man?
Kazari eating medals.
I quit. I finally quit. I can't do it.
Kazari is squatting in a net cafe. I don't know if he has money.
I don't know.
But I assume he could just Fonzie it, right? Like he just hits the side of the terminal and goes, "Hey, Kazari," and then it's like, okay, great. You know, he's got powers and stuff, right?
Or he murdered like the guy who runs it and just does what he wants.
Yeah.
Because he can definitely murder people.
He sure can.
Yeah, so he's sitting there snacking on some gray metals while he's on Skype with Maki and the back of Maki's doll's head.
Oh.
So that Maki, while he is looking at the camera, can in fact speak directly to his doll's face.
I didn't even notice that. That's wonderful.
At all times, never break eye contact with doll.
But he does turn the doll around to face Kazari when Kazari's talking in response to his questions.
Oh my god.
Got to keep the doll involved.
You never know when it's going to chime in.
Yeah. Maki's just like, I mean, you should just like put more metals in yourself. Like all the metals. Just do it. Kazari's like, I don't know about that. Just take it slow. I'm just gonna go make a yummy with these metals what I got and see what happens.
It's a rare bit of Agreed being like real sensible and pragmatic, and Dr. Maki just being like, fuck it, just put them all in you. Just do it. Come on.
Yeah, but he saw what happened with Gamble. That was the reason they tested it out. He doesn't want to be like some giant squid elephant.
Yeah. No.
He's not fucking Cool Hand Luke. He's not going to eat 30 metals.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I'm not gonna make a reference like that is any later than 1995 today.
I noticed.
That's my new deal.
It's really unfortunate that the most recent movie I saw was Requiem for a Dream.
Oh God.
That's a good. At least it's a real toe tapper, though.
I cannot think of an appropriate Requiem for a Dream joke to make right now.
There isn't one.
There's never one. God damn.
I mean, I'll say this: Marlon Wayans could have used Onk.
Wait. No, Kazari like puts the metals inside him, and then it like zooms in on his eyes, and like his pupils dilate, and he's like running around all fast and like doing all sorts of stuff. There we go. Got there.
There you go.
Actually, I think the slurping sounds that Onk makes would really fit within Requiem for a Dream.
Ellen Burstyn does have a desire to be a great game show contestant.
Oh man, the Greed would do real well in that movie. They would have so many cell medals.
Yeah, they do super duper well. And as I pointed out, and I would just like to say one more time, that Onk and Marlon Wayans, I think, would get along great.
Yes, okay.
Because he loses his arm at the end of the movie.
No, that's right. Jared Leto.
Yeah, Jared Leto.
Oh, I'm a racist. No, I'm not.
Wayans is the one that's like in prison slavery.
That's bad. Yeah. That is also bad. No, Jared Leto and Onk teaming up.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Good.
That would be great because that would also subvert Leto's personality, which I find repugnant.
Mm-hmm.
Like just generally?
He's just not my deal.
My mom had kind of a crush on him from My So-Called Life, but I think it's worn off some.
Wait, is your mom like
Ooh.
my age? Like, is your mom a Gen Xer?
No, she just watched My So-Called Life. You don't have to be young to watch TV.
But it helps.
I mean, kind of.
I don't know.
I mean, as you get more discerning, you want to watch better TV, I guess. But since we've reached peak TV, it's almost impossible not to find some quality programming.
That's why I just stick with like the Food Network and the the nursing home channels that just show like reruns of Wonder Woman and shit. That's all.
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk about like slow TV, like Norway has, just like the old people channels where it's just like some old men talking about cutting wood.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Farts. No, that's not even what that means.
Anyway, Date has a kotatsu.
Yeah, because he's playing real world Neko Utsumi and he wants all of the cats to show up. That's the mashup I want.
That is the only point of reference you have for a kotatsu, isn't it?
110%.
That's a perfectly acceptable reference. So Date has a kotatsu.
Yeah, he's just trying to make the laboratory more homey, more home-like, more welcoming.
But Maki wants data, not sitting under a nice warm kotatsu, presumably with his doll.
Do you think the doll's feet would go under the kotatsu?
Maybe he'd sit on Maki's lap. No, the doll would have a tiny doll-sized kotatsu on top of the regular kotatsu.
Yes.
A quick point of clarification. What provides the heat in a kotatsu?
There's like a heater in the middle.
See, I feel like if one is a doll, and who amongst us is not, something that involves an exposed heating element is maybe not the jam.
I mean, it's no worse than if you're made of flesh.
I mean, I feel like, well, no, because we have all of that. Like, not me. I'm in the prime of my life, but we have all of that. We have all that. Other stuff on our bodies that might smolder a little before fully catching fire. Whereas that doll, wait, are you implying that doll is made of meat? Is that a meat doll?
I don't know. It could be. Could be pressed meat.
It's Odin. It's just made from chunks of Odin.
I mean, it fell into the thing. Who knows what happened after that?
Oh no, that was like the doll's Joker in the vat of acid moment.
Yeah, exactly.
And now the doll has all of the powers of meat.
Maybe all the powers of like pressed fish stuff.
All of them.
Okay, well, the doll is going to be relevant in a moment, but first, the data that Maki wants is a medical checkup for Date concerning his condition.
His situation.
The situation that's going on. Yeah,
like
whatever's
what's
up
his
with
situation,
him,
man?
Because certainly they didn't. It's not like they tested it. Oh God! Although I would love to see this footage, it's not like they tested the Rider birth armor on like cats or primates or anything. Like they just. Although I want to.
Yes, I do want to see that.
Yeah, I want to see all of that B-roll.
There's 100% a tiny doll-sized birth outfit somewhere in that lab.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Yeah, but it's just made out of like cardboard and tape.
Probably, but it's still in there somewhere.
Oh God! Now I want nothing more than to see that heads-up display POV, but with like a cat's head in there and then the doll's head in there.
Yeah.
Anyways, none of this happened. They did no prior testing. They just found a handsome dummy with a great leather jacket and a devil may care smile, and just was like, "Hey, put on this nuclear suit." Or whatever the fuck. So Maki, who is not always the most reasonable chap, I think if I were Date, I'd be like, yeah, I should probably see if I'm now not more tumor than man, as I am, basically connected to a nuclear reactor at all times. But Date is like, hey, suck it, which is his catchphrase. It's not, but it should be. And then he's like,
I'm just gonna bully you for a little while now.
Let's bring it in for a hug. Like he's like, let's go the other way with it. It's almost like he's like, here, your test results, noogie, 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 noogie. Like
hey, that doll, I'm not supposed to touch. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it.
No. He's like all of a sudden he's just like gone full jock.
He's Chet from Weird Science.
Kind of hilarious. If I had to live with Maki, I would do that shit constantly though. So I respect it.
If I had to live with Maki, I would quietly ask the question a few times, hey, this compound's real big. Is there any reason why you and I, two grown men, have to share this room together? Just you, me, your doll, and your painting of the end of the world?
I don't think they have to share the room. I think Date's just trying to save on rent.
Okay, if I lived with Maki, I want you to picture like Jim and Dwight from The Office. That's my relationship.
So you're Dwight.
No, Maki's obviously Dwight.
Corey, that was
Jerk.
great. That was a funny joke, Corey. That was funny.
Why would I be Dwight?
So Maki screams in nerdy outrage, and we cut to the couscousier where it is now France.
No, it's Franch. They have Franch dessert.
Please hold for this GIF, everyone. I'm going to make it. We'll put it up on the entrance. The Moulin Rouge entrance into the couscousier is really kind of wonderful and beautiful, and I could watch it on a loop for the rest of my life. It's so.
But I was really distracted by the Barbie on the table. Like, what is with that doll? What is that doll doing?
I was distracted by the spelling of French. Personally, that's all I can think about.
They wrote it with the accent.
No,
I'm French.
They wrote it with an A. It's French.
Yeah,
it's French dessert.
That's how y'all French talk.
No.
I'm so French.
No. I hate you so much.
I'm great.
No, you are great, but I hate you.
No, both of these things can be true. Do you think that maybe down the line there's a chance for Maki's doll and for the Franch doll to connect?
Oh my!
I think she's too tall for him.
Hey,
maybe he likes tall girls.
I
like tall girls. Yeah, right.
And he cannot lie.
You don't think Maki would be spying on their date with a knife or a shotgun?
No, he'd just have binoculars.
Okay, here's the movie.
And he'd be crying the whole time.
A remake of She's Out of Control with Dr. Maki in the Tony Danza part and the French doll as Amy Dolenz.
Are you? I see you have gotten on board with my reference. My
pre-1995.
Yeah. Let me try again. A remake of My Father the Hero with Dr. Maki as Gerard Depardieu and never mind.
Wow.
So the crew is all gossiping about how good Goto's doing with his little get-ups and flirting, I guess, with the ladies and being a real ladies' man in his chaps and wig.
By the way, everyone, masculinity can present itself in any number of ways, shapes, and forms. That said, and one of them mentions that he even had someone to come visit him and have lunch with him. But if I remember correctly, that was Date, right?
I think they're referring to a lady specifically in this case.
Yeah, they're talking about girls.
Yes, I understand
girls.
that. But in the world of the show, which we only have privy to what we see. We're only privy to what we see.
True.
Date is the only gentleman caller that he has had.
He's the only gentleman caller he needs.
Wink. And I guess they can tell that AG's maybe getting a little jealous because Ina's and everybody loves you too, scrapper. They're a whole bunch of old ladies came by the other day and they were talking about you. Don't you feel real great about yourself now?
Yeah, it was the Golden Girls. It was wonderful.
And Ank's in the back, ignoring all of them, just staring at his medal collection, being I wish I had more medals.
I need more cores. I can't make any combos except my own, and I'm uncomfortable with that. Then we go to the Beauty Marine Lab.
And we meet my doppelganger. The man.
Which one?
This is the part I was born to play. The annoying motherfucker in glasses and the worst suit imaginable, running around with a microphone pretending to be a reporter man. A very, very important reporter man.
Oh man, you should move to Japan because that is like a growth industry.
Being an annoying, loud reporter man?
Yes.
As far as I can tell.
I mean, I'll say this. His suit was dope as hell. And reporter man, he is at the Beauty Marine Lab. There to interview the queen of beauty products, some lady.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The CEO, the brains and the beauty of the whole operation. She makes beauty products and she gets rich off of it. And Kazari is there too.
And who else is there? A girl in a mask and a lab coat pushing some stuff through the shot like it's not even there.
And she's real flumpy. She's real flumpy dumps, and she's got like a little gray knit
She's
hat.
wearing a toque.
Yep.
She is more interested in pushing her cart full of stuff than she is in the fact that there's clearly a shoot going on.
Because in this world, there are two kinds of ladies: smart ladies and pretty ladies. And that's all you got. Thanks to this world.
Sometimes they're strong ladies.
Is Hina strong? We don't know. She hasn't done fucking anything since Mr. Travel Writer guy. And even then,
good thing she's pretty.
She's real strong, and we never get to see it. And we complain about it every week because there's a strong lady on this show, and she never gets to do fucking anything. Boo. Anyways, Flumpy Lady is pushing a big box of whatever the fuck right through this interview, and everybody's just like, oh, she's so boring and gross. Boo.
Except Kazari, who's like looking at her from outside, like, Credits.
Yep.
Anything goes. Do.
Count the medals. We come back to the marine laboratory, and the dumpy lady has fumble-butted the cart, dumped seaweed and ice everywhere, making a big
God knows
scene.
what else.
She's just like, I can't hold all this seaweed.
And she puts it, she scoops it up off the ground and puts it into plastic bags. And I make a mental note never to buy anything from this company because their quality control is not very good.
Those are clearly for research purposes.
Yes, the best research I find is done with horribly tainted materials. Like, what happens if it's a success? Does that mean, like, all right, well, before we do anything, always drag the seaweed across the floor, pick it up with an ungloved hand, and put it in a Ziploc bag with your fucking sandwich?
Josh, that's how penicillin was discovered.
True. All right, that's
exactly.
That is exactly by a flumpy girl in a mask.
Yeah, with some stuff that was on the floor. Yeah.
So the Queen of Beauty, CEO of the Mystic Marine Life Aquarium. Sorry, that's a place in Hartford, Connecticut. The Beauty Marine Research Laboratory, whatever. She's like, hey, stop being so flumpy all over the place, you gross burger. Get out of here. You suck. Don't leave your office until the interview's over. I hate you. Except you kind of make everything, and I just stand here and look pretty.
Also, you're my sister, and I steal all the credit.
Yeah.
Hey, what you doing over here, dumb sister? Get out of here. I told you to not to be around during the interview.
She's like, look at this cool stuff I found. I can research this. I don't even care that you're mean. I'm too interested in science.
She gets yummied.
Yep. Metal right in the forehead. Bam.
Ka-chunk. Back at the Couscousier, Date and his big milk jug of coins just wanted a sandwich or some shit and walks into Frenchtown. He can't even get French fries because it's like the dessert parade or something.
Yeah, he's so surprised he knocks over his milk jug.
I'm thinking about Couscousier's business model. And like, so let's say you go 1 week and it's like, Mexican or something. You're like, oh, this is great. And then you come back a week later and it's something else. And it's like, how do they get repeat business? Or they're just like a dedicated cadre of people who come in every week just to see what's new? Because if it's like, oh, I found this real good dessert place, and you come back and they're serving like, I don't know, chili.
I think they service locals who cannot afford to travel.
I would also theorize that maybe there is a fixed portion of their menu. Except on Parade of Dessert Day. Well, I don't know. We've never... if anybody has access to the Couscousier's menu, please send it in. But I love the idea that you even think that they have a business model, and I'm trying to picture what that business model would be, and it's like a Claire Danes board from Homeland. It's just like pictures and strings and a map of the world and like her own feces smeared on it, and hot jazz music is playing, and Mandy Patinkin is very concerned.
Okay.
So Dante is very confused about the wigs, and he dumps his milk jug on the floor, scattering cell metals everywhere. Ankh is like, I hear the jingle jangle of coins, and rushes from the back. And he's like, oh no, it's just this asshole.
Maybe the business model is based on on just dressing people up, and the food is secondary.
Yeah, I can actually see that. Like, nobody ever talks about... this is the first thing that pops to mind, like those maid cafes. Nobody's ever like, man, the food at that maid cafe is fantastic. Like, people just go to the couscousier to see what dumb shit they're wearing this week and probably take, like, Instagram pictures with them.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
She's doing it for the gram.
I feel better about this. Let's continue.
Yeah, he spills the medals everywhere, and Ankh is like, oh, those are just stupid old cell medals. Farts.
And Eiji and Goto get on the ground to help him scoop him up, and then Goto and Date's hands touch as they're grabbing medals, and they look deep into each other's eyes for like 5 minutes.
Oh, sweet mystery of life, I found you.
And then Date's like, I need Eiji. We gotta go get some Odin together.
And then Goto cries silently.
All by myself. And it's back to the Marinetown Wild West adventure of beauty. And the flumpy science lady is doing all of the work. And you know what? And you can tell that she cares more about her work than she does anything else because she has a giant smear of like fucking seaweed garbage on her face.
Yep.
And her two assistants are like, hey, Flumps, you got a little something right there. And I would just like to say for the record that I am a pretty awkward, non-aware human being. And yet, I am always aware when there is something on my face. Maybe if it's like a little thing, you know, and somebody's got to go, hey, Josh, you got a little something right there. But if there is like a giant, like what football players put under their eyes amount of garbage on my face, I feel pretty confident that I'm in touch with my cheeks enough to understand that it's there. Thank you. This has been my TED Talk.
Yeah, she's like Joey Tribbiani eating jam.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, the two boys are all like, we're getting lunch. Want to come with us? She's like, nah, I'm busy.
I'm doing
And they're
science.
like, peace out. And we're going to go gossip about you in the hallway.
The door isn't even closed. And they're like, I can't believe that she's the other one's sister. But she sure does all the work. Yeah, she sure does. Well, that's enough exposition for today. Let's walk away from the TV show and never come back. Vroom. And they're gone.
And then, oh no, an egg.
Our flumpy scientist walks up to the mirror to remove the seaweed smear, and it's like, the egg speaks to her.
Be beautiful. Make yourself beautiful. Don't you want to be beautiful? Talk an egg. And she's like, meh.
The guys outside were commenting about how she could wear some makeup, and she's like, makeup would be wasted on me. And yeah, an egg is formed. Like a Mazul egg.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Uva and Kazari are having chats by the Beauty Marine lab where Kazari's stalking, and it was like, oh, I wondered where you were. I sensed the thing, but I thought it was Mazul, but it's you. What's up with that?
It's very uncomfortable, like two ex-lovers who have not seen each other and like, oh, well, you're looking well. Yes, thank you. How's that thing at your work going?
You seem full of medals.
Why, thank you.
It's two people very aware that the other one has a knife prepared for the other's back. And Uva's like, I see that your plan failed, and we see the egg kind of disappear from reality for a bit.
And then scientist girl is like, I'm gonna look at these photos. Ooh, there's Odin in these photos. I'd like some Odin.
And look at this one of my friends. And look, Date's in this photo.
It's really hard to, like, it blips past real fast, but yes, he is.
No, he's not the one on the right. It lingers.
There's a lot of people in that photo, and I couldn't look at all of them. It's too fast.
You're not made of time. What is it? What is there, a pause button on my computer?
No,
there
pause
isn't.
to look at everybody. I'm going to watch the show as intended.
Speaking of Odin.
Yeah.
Date and Eiji are on their Odin break from the couscousier. And Date's all like, hey, Eiji, there's this photo of you at the couscousier that I keep seeing and thinking about a lot. I can't even sleep at night without thinking about this photo of you. But I don't know if we've met before, because like I would really remember you, because you stand out, because like you're not really applying yourself. You're withdrawn. You're withdrawn from yourself and the world.
Yeah, they should have called this episode Beauty Neg Dormant Desire.
Anyway, now I'm going to buy you lunch so that you'll like me. Step 1 complete.
It's a weird conversation.
Made more weird by Ankh lurking above them,
Yep.
eating his ice pop.
And just being like, oh, I thought they were going to talk about metals.
Son of a bee.
AG's like, hey, so what did you do before you were an adventure boy?
Date talks about his intellectual aura. And he's like, you should be able to guess.
It's tantalizing, right? It's like, what'd you do before this? And like, can't you tell from my air of an intellectual? Also, just to throw this in, at the beginning of the scene, the Candroid gorilla brought the Odin to Date and AG, and it was cute as shit. Thank you.
Yeah. And the Odin guy was like, are you sure you can carry this? And he was like, ok, ok, ok.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, in Greedland, Kazari's all like, I'm super evolved. I'm the superior being. You suck, Uva. You should evolve. Be like me. And Uva's all like, I can't take it anymore. I gotta beat you up. But I can't because I'm weaker than you. Oh no!
But they fight anyway.
Ankh grabs AG's like, come on, there's Greeds a fighting. And Date's like, what? How come I don't know about this?
My gorilla can didn't even go off.
Well, better follow him. And then he's like, bumps into a scientist lady. And she's like, Date? And he's like, Sakura? I'd like to stay and chat, but I gotta go. But come back here at 6 and I'll have dinner with y'all. And she's like, ooh, swoon.
He shows up at the fight and is like, it's just greeds.
It's like if you got a box of chocolates and they were all like, I don't know, marzipan.
Cherry filled?
No, I like the cherry filled ones.
Oh. But I like the marzipan.
Oh, well, okay.
We've got a real Jack Sprat
situation. If it's all sour
here.
quin slogs, I don't know. Yeah, there we go. It was all the kind you don't like.
No, sour quince, you nailed it.
I don't even know what that is. I just saw it on The Simpsons once.
Well, quince, I know. I mean, I've had quince paste on cheese plates. For I am bougie as shit. It's just like a red jelly that you put on your cheese. I don't know, but I don't want it in candy.
All right, Mr. 1%.
It's
that's
a
me.
fruit type. It's like a berry thing. They crush it up and put it in crap.
Well, anyway. I don't know. If they were all mint filled, I don't.
Oh, that'd be gross.
What's wrong with chocolate and mint?
You wouldn't want a whole box of it.
After Eights, but
that's why After Eights last a year.
It's like somebody gave me a box of After Eights. I don't know. Anyway.
Yes, back at the fight.
Kazari,
beyond his normal, I guess, fast lion and wind powers, now can blast water like Mazul.
Yep.
And use his psychic mind rays like Gamel.
And everybody's none too happy about it. That's too many powers for that guy. They don't like it.
Ankh gives AG an anti-Kazari combo, so he's got red on top, he's got gorilla in the middle, and he's got squid on the bottom.
Octopus legs.
Octopus on the bottom.
Yep.
And it's kind of weird, but it sort of seems to work. Date shows up and he's like, I'm gonna try to be a fight guy, and then he gets thrown through like 3 pillars.
I hope his handsome face is okay. It is.
Back at the beauty lab, dumpy science lady returns from her Odin break and runs into her sister, who is dressing up in front of the mirror to get ready for a party. But man, you should finish this report before getting done with work today. I need it on my desk for tomorrow. I was like, you need help with this? No, that's what I need the report for. You trying to edge into my territory, take over the company?
Yeah, her sister's basically Rachel McAdams from Mean Girls. Oh no! When did that movie come out? I fail.
What a modern reference to a movie 600 years ago.
Up.
And hey, don't forget, everyone, the sister is pretty and the flumpy girl is flumpy. That's real important. That's the stuff you need to know.
So I put on some lipstick or something. God.
And then the egg glows sinisterly. Ooh.
And then Date tries to use his drill arm, but it breaks. And he's like, oh man, this is going to cut into my profit margin. Something fierce.
Ankh gives AG a couple more red core medals, and there's some more fighting, and it ends at a draw, and AG's real sleepy and says, man, every time I fight Greeds, I get real sleepy.
Yeah.
Maybe Maki needs to check his data as well, quite frankly. I don't think this is good for any of them.
No. Meanwhile, back at the lab, somebody likes Date.
And Date loves Odin.
It's true. And there's a talking egg. And the talking egg's like, hey, you should be beautiful. And she's like, yes, I should be beautiful.
Hey, that's a great idea. Thanks, Egg.
And then she puts on evil lipstick real slow.
Yeah.
And then she touches the egg.
Yes. And then she
plucks
carries
it from the
egg.
ceiling. Yes, she carries the egg on a long walk.
And Kazari's like, yes, this is
great.
what I wanted. Now she's carrying the egg. Good.
AG and Ankh catch up to her and try and disarm her, but she skates away, which is to say...
She makes manta babies.
Damn it. Damn it. I think they're raised, though.
Yeah, manta ray babies.
Jim Henson's Manta Ray Babies. They make your dreams come true, as long as your dreams involve a dead the crocodile hunter.
And then AG
Wow.
Henshin and some of the manta... Yeah. Yeah. Harsh, Josh.
Too soon?
No,
I thought we were...
No.
I thought we
not
were...
too soon. Just like uncalled for.
Well...
So anyway.
Crikey.
Anyway, the important thing is that AG Henshins and some of the manta babies smack into his, like, Henshin field and burst apart, and it's great.
It is really good.
But they don't even drop coins. They suck.
They're chumps. They're like, you can't grind these fuckers.
While this is happening, Flump Lady has transformed.
Makeover, 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 makeover.
She's gone from Flumpy to Flumpalicious. And she's just like, she's
Josh.
Yo.
Josh.
What?
I just want to take this moment to suggest that the word you might be looking for is frumpy, not flumpy.
No, they're different, but they're the same.
She's beyond. By the way, I will show you my notes, and I wrote she has been flumpy in my because she is. Oh, by the way, thank you for letting me know what words are. No, she was so beyond frumpy that I wanted to come up with a word that was like a step beneath frumpy, and that is flumpy.
I think flumpy's the name of like a yokai watch bird.
No, I think a flump is a D&D monster.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm doing. I'm mad. I know monsters. Yeah,
anyway, Date's ready for his date.
Oh.
But alert, Gorilla Can, alert.
Uh-oh.
There's a yummy on the loose.
And he jumps, and the Gorilla Can is so psyched he has to jump in all the Odin and just splash around in it.
Date's not going to be invited back to that place.
He sure isn't.
I feel like the owner's like got to make like a decision between, okay, like he contaminated all my Odin, but he is like my best customer.
Yeah, he was going to eat it anyways.
Yeah, he's like, okay, you have to eat all this Odin, and Date's like, okay, sure,
no problem. Chug.
just put it in to go.
Flumpy girl she's Miss Yvonne. She's the most beautiful girl in all Puppet Land, and she is standing astride a mini mall or some shit with her giant ball and just being like, "How do you like me now? I'm real pretty, huh? Ta-da!" And all of the guys with it, like everyone,
Not even
regardless
just the guys.
Regardless of gender, everybody's just like, I've never seen a woman so beautiful. One guy's like, I can't believe I got married. I'm such a shithead. And another guy's like, she must be mine.
They're so dramatic. It's like Shakespearean.
Yeah.
There is a woman in the foreground who is holding a lawn chair above her head and just waving it around. She is so enraptured by this woman's stunning beauty that she's just like, I have to wave this chair.
I aspire to be chair waving pretty. That's if I work out long enough and I
Oh Josh, you are. Don't sell yourself.
Use my
short.
Restylane on my wrinkles. Soon people will wave chairs. People already wave lawn chairs at me, but for very different reasons.
It's more of a get off my lawn type thing.
Yeah, get off my lawn. Why did you steal my picnic basket? That sort of thing.
Wait a second. Gosh.
Oh, I'm also a bear.
like in that you're chubby and hairy, or like in that you like live in a forest.
Yeah.
Or
Anyways,
both, I guess.
into this comes AG and Ankh, and AG turns into Roger fucking Rabbit. Like he has like it goes like somebody accidentally, they were like sweeping up the studio and hit the Scott Pilgrim switch on the Avid because like he's got like heart eyes, he's twinkling, he takes off his shoe and he hits himself over the head with it. He literally runs to a fountain and sticks his head in it and goes boobly oobly oobly, and it's just like, I ain't never seen the lady. And Ankh does not give a shit. Date shows up. Date definitely does not give a shit.
The end.
I would like to point out that that's what it looks like when somebody blushes, unlike last week when they said Goto was blushing.
Yes.
Correct.
If you don't have giant heart eyes and turn into a cartoon characters for 38 seconds, you are not blushing.
I'm just saying his cheeks are all red.
Get it right.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I'm sure this will work out fine.
It was good. It was a good episode. I like this episode.
Mm-hmm. It felt very, very speedy.
Yeah.
It slipped along. Quite nice.
It was efficient.
Didn't even see a full-fledged Yummy yet, except briefly in like a fantasy sequence.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're right. We saw a glimpse of the Yummy, and it had a face.
They all have
faces.
faces.
A face that was probably on like a mantis's underbelly. Like, the sea flaps, the sea pancakes. How they have a face with a mouth.
Yep.
Imagine a human's face there. Just imagine a human's face.
Do it.
I gotta tell you, I was kind of hoping for a Yummy that maybe like was beauty themed, but that did not happen.
It is. It's trying to spread its seductive beauty tips.
What would be a beauty themed Yummy? What is the most seductive animal?
Put on some makeup.
For example, when the doctor lady got Freddy Krueger Yummy, wasn't that when the cat in the underpants?
Yeah,
my favorite Dr. Seuss book.
True. It's a good point.
Which was its own terror horror show, but at the same time, it was like, oh well, if this is a power of beauty and seduction, then you would think that the Yummy wouldn't look like garbage poop, and yet that seems to be where we are. Tune in next week.
Like you're forgetting that Kazari's Yummies are kind of mutating and evolving. So
that's true.
We go from surgical cat lady to the jelly lion, and this is just the next step from jelly lion.
Maybe the manta has like a huge rack that we haven't seen.
Well, I just learned something about myself.
I gotta go.
I'm going to check DeviantArt and I'll tune in next week.
I'm sure you'll be
figure it out.
well looked after.
Yes. Black. Well, we're done. This is our last episode.
Josh fell into a rat hole of manta sex drawings, and now he can never come back.
Thank you all for listening.
We're sorry.
I guess.
I'm Corey Andrew Dickinson. You can find me on Twitter at Apsalar.
I'm Josh A. Kagan, and you can find me on Instagram at Josh A. Kagan.
I'm Adam Wasserman. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Gold Sarcasmium.
We did it.
Stay greedy.
No, don't. It's dangerous.